we've got those pride hats and stuff upstairs. No. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Happy Pride, y'all!
Happy Pride!
And welcome to another episode of
Massy Art Studios.
I'm Lee.
I'm Jeremy.
And you will have just seen Sarah Mack.
Yes.
She asked us to do a little Pride collab, or we asked her, we asked each other, I can't remember what happened now, but because I'm so excited. But she gave us some things that she wanted us to do,
Yep.
and we gave her some things that we wanted her to do, which you will have just seen. It was that wonderful dustpan, which we're super, super excited about. Jeremy, what was your ask?
To do a Dutch pour with rainbow colors.
Exactly. And if you're following us on Instagram at Massy Art Studios, TikTok Massy Art Studios, or Facebook Massy Art Studios, you will have already seen sneak peeks of this piece, because I did a rainbow blob. Now, do excuse us for sweating. We've just painted for the last 4 hours in the garage, and it's particularly hot out there. It's like 103. Crazy hot.
Yeah, so we're still like sweating.
We're still schwitzing.
Oh my God.
So, without much further ado, please go check out Sarah's episode if you haven't already. But let's get to the table to pour ours.
Let's get to the table.
You just knocked the stand. All right, ladles and jelly spoons. So this is the start of my piece. So I've taped off squares, as you can see. You can currently see violet, green, and orange. But that's just the way that the tape has landed. I'm going to peel this off now and then retape so that I can paint the other colours. And this is going to be the base of the Pride coloured blob. So now I've lifted the tape and then reapplied the tape so that I can do the red, the yellow and the blue squares. But this is only halfway through. This is a quarter of the way through, then I'll be halfway through. I've got to then retape and do it 2 more times. Then I'm going to resin this. So I've removed the tape and Jeremy has begged me not to put any more colour on this one. Right, Jezebel?
Yes.
But I did have a plan and I am going to see it through. However, you will probably see one like this again at some point this month, because I'm going to do more than one of these Pride blobs because I'm going to mix up plenty of colour. But I am going to keep going. I'm going to convince Jeremy that my idea is a fun one.
No!
Yes!
No.
But I'll come back to this, I promise. I promise. I will do another one of these just for you.
Okay.
So here we are done. This didn't take too long. It was just a lot of taping backwards and forwards. I kind of wish I would have filmed it now. But next, a resin layer, and then to start blobbing. Now I've got to decide whether I do monochromatic blobs on each of the colours, or do each of the colours on each of the squares. More of this to come. So hopefully, well, you definitely can see here now, I fixed that violet. So I mistakenly used dioxazine purple, which of course dries almost black, and it wasn't the right colour, so I had to retape that box and go back in again with another colour. So this time I used deep violet. Every single one of these colours here is an Amsterdam colour, which I ended up getting from fluid-art.co. Please go check them out. Great place to go and get all of your fluid art supplies, paints, palette knives, even squeeze bottles, and the squeeze bottle holder that I use to keep these blob paints upside down. So as you can see, I'm actually starting with this violet. I asked my Patreons in our Patreon account what they thought I should do in terms of the blobs. Because I could have blobbed all violet on the violet squares, or I could have done the whole rainbow on each of the squares. But what the guys suggested was actually alternating the colours as I've alternated the colours on the board. So you'll see I basically go to the left of the board colour with the first layer of the blob. So the left of the violet is the violet colour that I've now blobbed. And my next colour, which I'm reaching for, after I've torched it. Please don't be afraid to torch your blobs. There will be air bubbles. Even though you're storing these bottles upside down, there will still be air bubbles in them. And a quick light torch is all you need just to pop those air bubbles so you don't have bubbles dry. Now I'm using the red, so the red is to the left square of the actual red on the board. The mix for this blob is 50% Mod Podge, that's the Gloss Luster label, it's the red label, 50% Mod Podge. It's 25% acrylic paint and 25% Liquitex gloss varnish, and that will give you this blobbing consistency that is perfect. And all the other blobs going forward now are going to be 8 times the speed, just so you're not sitting here for an hour and a half, because it took me 10 days to do these. Here now, this is 24 hours later, and as you can see, the blue isn't quite dry, but it's dry enough to allow me to blob my second layer. So this is now 24 hours later. And I'm now going in with the yellow layer, and I'll carry on with all of the 5 layers on each of these blobs. I really loved this piece. It's coming together, it'll come to life as you see me blob on here, but let me sit back and let you watch a few more of these layers. This is truly just 24 hours later, and you can definitely see this time around that the blue has completely dried. So the smaller the blobs, clearly the less time that they actually take to fully dry. But even on that second layer, there's enough of a skin formed for me to be able to blob that second layer. A couple of hints and tips for you. I always squirt a little bit out of the bottle into a paper towel, which you can see up in the top left hand corner there. The reason for that is that the paint that sits in the nozzle is always a slightly different consistency than what's left in the bottle. So just by squeezing that bit of paint out first, then it just makes sure that everything is the same consistency. Someone asked me before, how do you know when to stop your blobs? Well, you know, it really just is trial and error. You can see I am absolutely not 100% consistent on every one of these blobs. Oh, here, clean up an aisle 6. I'm showing you now how to clean up a blob. I'm just taking a Q-tip, pulling the paint off with the Q-tip off that second layer, and because the skin is formed and it was hard enough, it allows me just to pull that paint up, and then I'll just reapply that blob again. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's totally okay, because you can fix them when you do. Okay, blobbers out there, this first layer I'm always showing you in real time. Keep that nozzle straight, squeeze consistently, and you will get a really decent blob come out of these bottles. Takes a lot of time and practice. This is probably my 10th, 15th piece now, and the first 2 and 3 will look nothing like this. So just be prepared to have lots of trial and error, but have fun with it, because these are really fun to do.
Extreme close-up.
Here's the very last layer of blob. So there's 5 colours in the blob, plus the board colour are the 6 colours of the LGBTQIA pride flag. That's what I was going for here, another extreme close-up for you. Really love this piece. I'll talk about it and I'll show you this piece in the outro at the very, very end, so please stick around. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this, and we'll do a lot more of these with different styles and different kind of mixing up the colours and stuff to come, for sure.
Hey guys, it's Jeremy here, and I am super excited about today's pour.
Why?
Because I get to do a fabulous rainbow Dutch pour.
As requested by Sarah Mack, who you will have already heard, because this is a Pride colour collaboration.
Exactly.
Thank you for Sarah for reaching out. Thank you for agreeing to do this with us.
Yes, I know.
It was kind of a joint, kind of fun thing that
I
we talked about.
I know. I love me some Sarah Mack. So let's go ahead. I got my Drew Barrymore little hair dryer here. The flower hair dryer. And I have all of my colors laid out. Now, the colors are Azo Orange.
That's in Amsterdam.
Yeah, primary blue, primary yellow.
Yep.
This purple is
Deep Violet.
But it's Amsterdam Professional or Expert Series.
That's right.
And then we have the red is primary red.
Yeah.
And then the green is
Light Green Permanent.
Light green permanent for your viewing pleasure.
Exactly. These are Amsterdam's. You can get them from fluid-art.co.
Yes.
Exactly. And what about your base? Because we mixed this one.
Yeah. I'm excited about this.
It's a pretty little base.
It's beautiful. This beautiful light sky blue.
Yeah, it actually does. When I mixed it, it does look like light sky blue, but it's actually 75% white and then 25% of a light blue, which is also
skylight blue,
which is also the Amsterdam colour.
Which is also an Amsterdam. Yeah.
Now, can I say that these paints are all mixed to Canela Sirocco's recipe?
Yes.
80 millilitres of Floetrol, 40 millilitres of paint, and 30 millilitres of water.
Yes. So, all in squeezy bottles.
They are. Show the one that's got the base coat in it.
This one too.
Yes, because flip it.
Can get it.
Flip it. It is. It's a Fluid Art.
Fluid Art Co. Yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to flooding my canvas.
Okay, do it.
Yes. Okay guys, I got my base coat down. Now I'm gonna start my rainbow. I'm literally gonna just go blue, purple, and then, or actually it goes purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and then red.
Okay.
So let's do this.
It's gonna look pretty on the canvas just with a little rainbow. Oh my God. Love it. Stunning. These paints are mixed to the perfect consistency. Thanks, Canella.
Oops. They're a little too close there.
Yellow.
My favorite color.
L'orange.
And then
Red.
red.
This basically now looks like every 4-year-old's drawing of a rainbow
Sure does.
from school.
It sure does.
But you know, I'm not mad about it. I think it's lovely because it's all going to be about the blowout. Now, let me ask you a question, Showpony,
Sure.
before you do this. You have a couple of options. You could add a little bit more of the base coat, top and bottom, to like blow that over, or you can just go raw and just blow the colours as they are, because there's plenty of colour on the canvas. What is your thoughts?
I think I'm going to just blow it out.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not going to add any more base
I love
coat.
that. I think that's a great idea. And everyone at home, blow and lay your colours with intention.
Yeah.
Even now on the blowout, you could literally just blow every single colour up the ways, or you could follow the rainbow and try and kind of follow it around too. Do you have an idea of what you're going to do?
I was going to start actually this way, kind of go up like this.
Okay, so you're going to do it like a traditional Dutch pour.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then I'm going to come back this way with it.
And finish it off.
And finish it off.
All right, party. Okay, then go for it, sir. Cute.
I really like this.
Oh my God, Jeremy's so stressed out right now.
I'm so stressed out. But this is one of my most successful Dutch boards that I've ever done.
I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty. I like the fact that you layered them like a rainbow because you can still see every single color.
I think I'm gonna blow this part out a little bit with
Okay.
like a little straw. You know what I'm saying?
You've probably still got enough paint
Yeah.
on there you could blow it with a
Let me try.
hairdryer. Is it because you can see that red?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that red is like, it just doesn't match the rest of it.
Okay.
Okay, that's better to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that much better. I love this purple and blue and green all down here and everything, and this orange.
Then I like
and-
the orange and the red up at the top.
And I like how the blue actually carried on through right there, and like you can see green right here.
I can see fields of green.
I know, I'm loving this. I'm gonna keep it as is.
Gonna torch her off.
I'm gonna torch it off, take you guys in for a close-up.
Let's do it. So there you have it.
There you have it.
If you hear Tate in the background, we've just given him treats to keep him occupied. Oh my God, I think this might be one of your most successful pieces.
I think so too.
Of a Dutch pour styly.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I really loved it. I loved how like all of the colors just like blew across the canvas, and yeah, it was really, I really loved it a lot.
This was a culmination of the right colors, the right pouring medium, and the right technique.
Yes.
I think you used that hairdryer so well. Oh, and the right equipment too, I guess. Yeah, I really, really love this one, Chopone.
Thank you.
I think this is going to look so awesome when it dries. I'm going to resin this one for you, and it'll probably go up on the website. As will this little beaut. Oh my God, I've been waiting to show you this since I finished it.
He has.
Oh my goodness. This is my prideful blobs. I have to tell you that first off, I really loved just the board. I kind of didn't even want to blob on it at one point because I really just loved how I managed to get such great straight squares. Sorry, I'm going to show Pony. I am going to talk about this one. I'm so sorry. And then I resined it with a beautiful coat of resin, which was a really good resin job. And then look at these little blobs on here too. Yeah, I only managed, well actually no, I intended on getting 5 layers because the board colour was the 6th layer of the blob, but the finished tiny little layer on the top was so tiny. I love how some of them look smaller and bigger because of the colours. Like these ones here look tiny, but these ones here look really big, but it's just because of the colours on them. Yeah, this was a labour of love for sure. It took me like, what, 10 days I think in total to do, but I love it. My favourite blob of all times. I would probably actually have it this way.
It's so cool.
And you get that really wonderful height in a blob. If it will focus, hopefully you'll see. Oh my gosh, there we go. I just love it. I'm obsessed with that piece, and I'm so pleased that it was a really great piece with Sarah Mack.
Yeah.
So check out www.masseyartstudios.com because people have already asked where it's going to be for sale, and that's where it's going to be. Please go check it out.
Yeah.
So today's Wednesday.
Yep.
Tomorrow is Thursday.
That comes after Wednesday.
It absolutely does. But what is happening tomorrow is another episode.
It is another episode.
We've got our 1000 Below collab with all these wonderful people right here. Please go check them all out. We're kicking it off at 5:45.
Yep.
And then these wonderful peeps here are all going to go after us.
And definitely check them out, you guys.
Listen, you are not being disloyal to your favorite artist by subscribing to 1 million channels.
Right.
It's free to do so. Doesn't cost you a bean. We've got now about 270 channels that we subscribe to. Every single one of you out there that's watching this, we probably are following, and if you're not, let us know in the comments because we will. Following, liking, subscribing, sharing to your socials is completely free of charge. So let's get everyone in this 1000 Below collab above 1,000.
Yes.
Because we can do it together. Right?
Together.
All right, peeps, that's it. I'm off my soapbox. Now, let's let you get on with the rest of your week. Please come back and check us out tomorrow for the 1000 Below collab. And then on Sunday, the reason why we've been sweating so much, 36 by 36 inch canvas on the garage floor, sweating all over it. But an update on our Patreon account.
Yes.
And some changes that are coming.
Yep.
So please come back on Sunday and see that too. All right, guys. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye. So now it's time to spank the Patreons.
It is time to spank the Patreons.
And who are the Patreons? Well, they're a really special bunch of people.
Yes.
Who've decided to come and follow us outside of the YouTube channel. It's a completely separate account, and people can opt into different tiers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And those different tiers allow people different rewards. So, for example, at one level, there's behind the scenes pictures and videos and sneak peeks of what we do in the studio. And then at another level, there is a once a month live stream exclusively just for those gold level Patreons. And then at another level, they also get a once a month live tutorial.
Yes.
Where we might take an individual technique and walk through it step by step by step by step. So we really appreciate these guys because they're coming to us and supporting us outside of the channel, and it means an awful lot to us.
It does mean a lot to us.
So we have some thank yous. And at that gold level, we have Trisha West, we have Terry Leshner, we have Tammy Housebrook, we have Stephanie Hancock,
We've got Sharon Luffy, the wonderful Pocket Rocket Patsy Petrelli. We've got Nate Bright Art. We've got Mamadoulis. We have Linda Serieni. We've got Kelly Stowell of Feral Arts.
Yeah.
We've got Jane Klein and Gloria Salaki. We have Gillian Kennedy of
Yes.
Bell's Creations. We have Elizabeth Giuliano. We have Kathy J. And we have Amy, aka Crafty Chicken Mom.
Yes.
And
And then on our platinum level, we have Susan Shepperson, Susan Chigori, Judith Jones Art, we have Janice Pittman, and we have Elaine Burton.
oh my gosh, we all know and love and has been with us pretty much from day one.
Yes.
As most of you have. So thank you so very much for being with us.
Yes.
We really genuinely do appreciate you and your support. It allows us the opportunity to keep painting and keep doing fun stuff for you guys. So thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
And to everyone else that's down here below, we honestly can't thank you enough. Really does mean the world to us. So thanks, guys.